Well, okay. We are live on one of two platforms. Why are the titles not updating?
Hey, YouTube just told me you're live.
Nice. And the titles should have just updated.
Yeah. I don't see Twitch.
Uh,
I don't have Twitch open, so that's probably why.
yeah. Twitch is under the handle Silvarium.
Yeah. I don't think I have Twitch on my phone right now.
You know, the usual weird thing I go for. God, I only just realized I have 8 hours on my personal save. Oh boy. It's gonna be weird jumping back into the stream save with no, like, cause I got a couple other items for me personally that I did not get. Yeah, I do not have any of the charms. Holy shit. Whew. I have a fuck ton of charms personally. Oh, and I don't even have a map of the fucking City of Tears. This is gonna suck. Where did I even die? Was I trying to fight Soul Sanctum?
That sounds like you.
Well, if I was trying to clear Soul Sanctum, that would explain, like, where I had died. But I need to know where I died so I can go retrieve my corpse. Because the way Hollow Knight's corpse system works is, like, you have a corpse. You left your shade out in the world somewhere, and you have to go get it back if you want the geo it has. And the geo is the money. So I want to go retrieve my shade. It also caps your soul meter at like 2/3.
Nice.
So if you fucking eat shit and die in a hard to reach place that requires like using a fireball skip or something, you can actually soft lock yourself, and you have to basically like go back up to Dirtmouth and have your shade summoned to you in order to, you bastard, in order to just get back your geo and your soul.
You're away. I'm not following you on Twitch.
I got a random subscriber over on YouTube I'm kind of impressed about.
Oh.
Yeah, somebody new who I don't know.
So not your girlfriend and not your dad.
Yeah, you know.
Alright, it's a blank screen on Twitch right now.
That's not all that surprising, to be honest.
But it also, why is that on?
Huh, shit. I forgot that that was lethal.
Whoops.
And there's my shade. Fuck yeah, I can go get him back. You're probably not going to be able to see anything over on Twitch. Twitch is a little awkward with how it works around, like, multi-streams and shit. It does not like you doing it.
Twitch verified my existence. That's good. Where's the YouTubes? Oh, I want to put that on my phone, so I don't have to deal with it.
Shit, that's not the direction I wanted to be in.
I rewatched, I thought I had finished it, but apparently I watched it on the plane. I rewatched, the latest Star Wars.
Yeah? How was that?
It wasn't bad.
Nice.
It wasn't bad at all. Who the hell did I hide you to?
Haha, fucking nice. Got my shade back. Yeah, that's important because it was carrying around a fuck ton of geo. Very specific unit there. Like, I think the actual number was 1,898 geo.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah,
Coins.
yeah. I was carrying a lot of money.
Nice. I get pretty stoked with that. I finally pulled it up on YouTube.
Woo.
Oh, it kind of looks like some kind of weird Batman.
Yeah.
Probably hence the name.
And I've unlocked a new area to go trundle around in.
Looks fun.
Well, the real kicker is, like, on my personal save, I barely beat Soul Sanctum. Like, I won, but I didn't really win. Yeah, because I sort of soft-locked myself, and it took me about 20 minutes to realize where I had fucked up, that I wasn't, like, progressing the way I should be. And while it's not very, like, difficult to unsoft-lock yourself if you know what you're doing, I did not know what I was doing. Fuck. I forgot that this was a fight.
Oh, that looks like a fight.
Fortunately, I have enough soul for a fireball. All the pieces of paper on the ground, by the way, are from the map-making guy. His name is Cornifer. And I am going to buy a map from him because I need it. I need to know where I am. Like, it's all fine and good to, like, just attempt to intuit the map, but I'm not doing that. Not for 2 different saves. Fuck that.
Did he upgrade you?
No, he just gave me a map. Ooh, wind is fucking whipping outside.
It's a good day to be in Florida, I guess. Although the mates came in to clean up the popcorn I got all over the floor.
Oh.
And they turned my air conditioner off of constant fan. It's like, you don't understand, I'm a northern boy. It's fucking hot down here.
Yeah.
What's more, I'm a big northern boy. It's fucking hot.
I constantly forget how many charms I got on my solo play that I do not have for the stream.
I gotta return there every time to update the map.
Well, every time I want to draw in new portions of the map, but if I'm not, if I'm just retreading like the same areas, then no, I don't.
Okay.
It just makes things a lot easier because that's where you also get all of your health refilled, like for free. Normally, in order to refill my health, I have to expend a resource that I can also use to cast spells called Soul, which is why I keep talking about, like, my soul meter. But what I'm about to do is open up a shortcut. Because I know I'm going to die a lot in Soul Sanctum. Yeah, and I can't do anything up here yet. Yeah, so I just opened up a shortcut back to Cornifer and the bench there. So that when I inevitably eat shit and die trying to fight Soul Sanctum, I don't, like, actually lose my shit.
Nice. So if you fall down these holes, do you just go somewhere else, or is that what gets to deal with?
It kind of depends. Certain holes are perfectly safe to fall down. Other holes will actually just kill you. Shit. Come on, you teleporting bastard. Sit still. I hate the enemies in Soul Sanctum. They're the worst. Oh, and I've got a mini-boss fight coming up. Fuck. I forgot about that.
So do you get, like, health regens on the way? Or
No, I can expend a bit of soul to heal. But by and large, I would rather be spending my soul, like, fucking fireballing the enemies and shit. That and, like, these little vials that I just broke, also, like, give you a bit of soul. You get a bit of soul for every hit on an enemy, except your Shade. Your Shade is the one enemy that does not ever give you soul. Well, reclaiming your Shade really is not supposed to be, like, a triumphant moment. You're not supposed to think you're winning by beating your corpse.
You have to actually defeat your corpse to get your subject back?
Oh yeah, you have to actually kill it, which gets harder as the game goes on and you become tougher because so does your Shade.
Oh. That sounds like scary.
Oh yeah. Well, it just means that by the time I'm done fighting, like the guy in Soul Sanctum to get what I want from him, my Shade is going to be able to use a spell called Desolate Dive. And Desolate Dive has a cute little AoE effect when it hits the ground, and also deals a lot of damage. Making Desolate Dive, like, the most lethal spell in my arsenal for a while. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is going to be fun. Okay. This is Soul Knight. He is currently a mini-boss, but he very quickly becomes, like, a general enemy. He's a teleporter, he casts occasional fireballs, and he has the nail. And then he does that. He really is kind of like a measure of how skilled are you up to this point. And the answer for me is I fought Mantis Lords, so... Yeah, he's dead. Yep. Yeah. Mantis Lords is an optional boss fight. You do not have to do Mantis Lords, but I chose to do it anyway. I'm sorry?
Did you get an extra little Scully at the top, or was it not full before?
So at base I have 5 of the masks. And, like, you can get more, but it's kind of a pain in the ass. And usually I just, like, I fill up my health bar whenever I have spare soul. So if my soul meter is at or around full, I will tend to heal. But if it's anywhere near empty or a third, I'm just not fucking with it. Mostly because personally I think it's kind of stupid to, like, expend the soul on healing when there are enemies that could get tagged with fireballs and murderized. And of course it's a lot easier to murderize your enemies using the very powerful fireball spell. That's honestly not very surprising. He's got a lot of shit going on. Woo! God, I hate these guys. Mostly, so the teleporty fireball boys, their whole shtick is that they have a little fireball that orbits them. And that you can't, like, get right up in their face to fight them. So you have to, like, kind of keep a distance between you and them, and then they just pepper you with fireballs. As if it wasn't hard enough to keep the distance between you, you're also attempting to, like, fend off the fact that they're swinging fireballs at you. God, I suck at the platforming. Okay, that's a shortcut opened up, so I don't have to go back through that whole section again. Thank you. Alrighty. That's enough for about 2 fireballs worth of soul, and we're gonna fight the Soul Scholar, or Soul Master, I think he is. He's very imposing there in the background. And then his fat, tubby ass spawns in over there, apparently.
They all look like bugs.
Because that's the game's shtick. We are in a bug kingdom. Woo! And that right there was Desolate Dive, which is a spell I hope to gain by killing this bastard. Ah, you fucker. Shit. I forget that I don't have, like, fucking turbo dash. There's a special dash you can get near the end of the game that lets you, like, phase through enemies and their attacks. I think it's called Void Dash. Yeah. Okay. Come on, you rat bastard. Hold still. How am I supposed to hit you if you don't hold still? Fuck. Ha. Yeah, the best times to heal are when I stun the enemies. Because then I can buy myself a little bit of time to do some healing.
He's pulling his 4 unfortunate souls act.
Yeah.
Is he dead now?
Not quite.
Looks like he's fucking panicking.
Oh, he is. But he ain't dead yet. Welcome to Tier 2 of the boss fight.
So he's just gonna keep dashing the shit out of himself.
Yup. And I have just killed him. The stream will update shortly. Yeah, he's not necessarily a hard fight, especially after me fighting fucking Mantis Lords. But, good grief. He's just a pain. He's a pain in the neck. But I now have the Desolate Dive. And we'll see when it updates. Actually, I'm going to fucking Alt-Tab real quick, so that I can actually watch the stream live, too. Okay. Well, because it's a lot easier for me to, like, give good commentary about the stream when I can see what the stream is doing as well.
Yeah, probably. I keep forgetting that there's that 8-second delay.
Yep. Oh, come on.
And of course I can't see what you're seeing. I can just see the stream.
Right.
So I've been watching occasionally, because I'm not very good at like regularly watching shit.
Yeah.
And occasionally watching Star Talk with Neil deGrasse Tyson and Chuck, whatever the fuck his last name is.
Okay.
And they've been talking about some really cool shit. Like they had a guest on recently who was talking about like what if what we're experiencing of the universe is not what it's actually shaped like.
That would be awkward.
What if it's a big torus or a donut shape?
I mean, okay.
So what we think is us looking back at the beginning of time.
Is us just looking around the ring of it?
Yeah.
It's an interesting idea. I don't know how much weight it holds, but it's an interesting idea.
Yeah, well, you know, that's generally what they do is they explore how, like Neil generally talks down to Chuck the whole time about the stuff he knows that Chuck doesn't know, and Chuck throws in commentary. It's kind of cool, but it's also like kind of rough to watch someone be hyper intelligent over somebody who's just normal.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, this is why they beat you up when
Yeah. Just because he's a smarmy dickhead. Like,
Right. I mean, I like him. I like the ideas that come out of his brain, but I don't necessarily think him as a person. Um,
yeah, it's not a grand wonder to think about how Neil deGrasse Tyson could have gotten his ass kicked as a kid.
right, right. It's not a shocker.
Right.
You just sort of go, oh, yeah, okay, I get that. But they do present some interesting ideas, so I've been watching it just to get those.
Yeah.
Um, uh, but like that whole idea got me thinking because I've been thinking about that kind of shit for a while.
Yeah.
Like, what if this picture we have of just this vast carpet of nothing that somehow keeps getting bigger is more an optical illusion.
It would be interesting to say the least.
Right. And like I'm not saying that it's like a tiny torus. I'm saying it's a huge torus.
Right.
But these galaxies that we insist are going further and further away from us all the time might not be heading
Might not
like
be heading away from us, might be coming towards us in the opposite direction.
they might be descending over a horizon.
Yeah.
And so they might come up on the other side of the horizon eventually.
Right.
Um, or it might be that light only moves in one direction.
And that the universe might be moving in the other.
Yeah.
It's possible.
So like we're watching some like ultimately whatever we see in the sky, we're watching the past.
Right.
It's like watching the stream while you're playing it.
Right.
Unless you're watching also the stream to comment on it, you're 8 seconds ahead of us.
Right.
Um, so like you can say, oh, this cool thing is coming up, but like it doesn't exist in our world yet until 8 seconds have passed.
Right. And of course, it's a lot easier for me to like provide you a decent phone call and commentary if I am also watching the stream to give commentary and feedback based on what the stream is doing.
Right. So like in the same way, like stuff happens on the sun and we see the effects 8 seconds later.
I
The
think
sun
it's.
could blow up right now and we won't know for 8 seconds.
I'm pretty sure it's 8 minutes, but yeah.
Whatever, it's eight something.
Yeah.
But you get the idea.
Yeah.
Right? Like shit happens we don't know until later.
Right. Well, it's kind of like how a fucking like microphone can start doing a feedback loop across the room and you won't hear it until the sound wave reaches you. Like it's the exact same shit.
So it's all based on the wavelengths of things.
Right.
And we've discovered through like microwave technology, which is something else they were talking about, that you can microwave something safely in a box
Yeah.
as long as the holes used to look in the box aren't any bigger than are smaller than the wavelength of whatever's in there.
Right.
So you don't get hit by the radiation because it's bouncing around in there and it won't go through that hole.
Right, because the hole's too small for the wave to fit.
Right, because it's also a wave.
Right.
You know, so the particles won't come out because the wave can't.
Right.
So what are we not seeing because we don't have because we can't visualize the wavelength of whatever's happening.
Right.
Right, like the infrared, the ultraviolet. You know, what are we missing? Because we just be human. You know.
Yeah.
And something else they talked about was microscopes and electron microscopes and how those work, and it's the same thing, right? You can only see up or down with telescopes or microscopes to the extent that you can replicate something in
Right. So if it's happening outside the human visible light spectrum, you wouldn't know.
Unless there was some way to replicate it. Like, we can replicate things down to the electronic level, but it costs us a little bit.
Right.
Right. Like, we can, and we can't go any further than that. So, like, we can't see into the ultra microscopic level, say.
Right.
It's just a word I made up. I don't know if that's what it's called. The micro microscopic level.
Yeah.
The quantum level. We can't see there.
Right.
What's down there? We don't know what it looks like. We don't know what it looks like to go bigger than
What we know of.
what we know of.
Right.
And for all I know, all that shit's the same.
Right. Well, and if it is to fucking rip the term of speech, if it is just turtles all the way down, then what ultimately is the difference between like the end of the universe and the beginning?
Exactly. And I think once we solve that, we'll be onto something. They say that normal, everyday humans perceive the world through like a buffer, through like a lens, to protect our sanity. Because like what you think is a solid table isn't a solid table, right?
Right.
It's made up of electrons moving very, very fast, moving so fast, in fact, that you can't pass your hand through them.
Well, but there's the non-zero chance at any one point in time if I slam my hand on a table that it goes through.
Right.
Which I always think is the fuckiest thing. Is like, you know, if I was fast enough, there comes a point where it doesn't matter how fast I am, I will move through this object. That's where I want to be. Okay.
Now I see how your map works.
Yeah. I have a big-ass map, and it's kind of overarching. But you'll notice, like, there are sections that just have not been filled yet. That is what I'm tinkering with every time I go back to the, benches. Whenever it says map updated, it's like, yeah, you just tinkered with the map and filled in a little bit. And you can actually tell the fucking skill that I've been building.
Right. I'm always impressed when you play games.
Shit.
Like, I don't have that kind of, like, it's not just like your skill picking up, like, it's how fast you pick up the games. I don't have that anymore, because, but, because, like, when we were playing the Valheim, like, it was like,
Fuck.
oh wow, Caleb's fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just started running everywhere and it was fine. And it's like, yeah, but I've been, like, I haven't been playing a lot without you, but I've been playing some. And, like, I still can't catch your ass when we play together.
A lot of it, I think, is not only, like, the brain plasticity, but also there's the I am naturally more fluid with controls with most games.
Well, yeah, you grew up playing video games.
Right. So my proprioception, so to speak, is more tailored towards how do I move about in a 3D space on a 2D board. That's where I need to be. Okay.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of, like, Hollow Knight specifically, because it's a platformer. I do not like platformers. I do not like doing platforming. The reason I like Hollow Knight so damn much is because it doesn't strictly require me to be good at platformers. It requires me to be good at the rhythm game of the combat in it. which I find very compelling because with this game there is a rhythm game built into the combat. Certain movements are only acceptable at certain times. And like certain motions. What'd you say?
I noticed you do tend to like lead with your face when you fight the bad guys, so.
Yeah. I consider my health more of a resource than anything else. So most of the time, like, it's, fuck it. I can face tank a hit to get another hit in. Because I rely on, one of my charms lets me get more soul when I strike an enemy. So I rely on getting probably about a third of a soul meter per enemy I kill. And when you're running, like, that average per enemy, it doesn't really matter if I take a lot of damage. What matters is that I'm dishing out damage faster than I'm bringing it in.
Makes sense. So what are these little benches everywhere? Is that like save points?
They're save points, they're healing points, they're spots where you can update your map. I think the only thing they don't do, like, they're also respawn points, interestingly enough. When you die, you will wake up at a bench, which is most of the reason that I keep dropping next to them. Or, like, why I keep stopping to, like, rest on the benches is because if I rest at the benches at appropriate times, I will inevitably have, like, when I do die, my shade is never too far away, so I can always navigate back to it without having to, like, backtrack across the entire fucking game. Because the other option is I backtrack across the entire game, and that's boring. Boring and honestly more dangerous than it's worth, because I could conceivably die again, and then the shade that I had with all of the geo on it is gone forever. Like, yeah, you can absolutely, like, waste hours and hours farming geo and then just lose it all in a matter of minutes.
Much like, well, in Valheim, you can always go back and get your stuff, even if you take like 30 trips to get there.
Well, but if you died right in front of a fucking troll in Valheim, you will not be getting your shit back. Not for a while, anyway.
Not until you get your secondary shit and then go kill the troll.
Right.
Which is why I took a page out of your book and stored secondary shit in my fucking house.
Oh, yeah. Well, because what's the worst that happens if you have secondary shit? Maybe you have somebody else join up that you want to play the game with, and you need to give them something to get them started.
Right. Or you die by a troll and you have to go out there and get your stuff back.
Right. So this dark room is one of the reasons I needed the Lumafly lantern, actually. Because you straight up can't see.
The worst in Valheim that I did was I died by a troll. Like, the troll stomped the shit out of me. And I ran out there trying to get my shit back 30 times.
Yep.
And got my shit stomped in 30 times.
Yep.
And that was my stuff. That's all I had.
Right.
So, like, to get more stuff, I would have needed to kill more trolls. And the troll was squatting over my stuff.
Right.
So I ended up dragging him out of the area, and then, because I run faster than he does, I ran back to my stuff and picked it all up real fast, and then beat feet for my house and, like, put it on.
Yeah.
Because trying to put it on the fly was not working for me. Well, that guy was...
Big and spiky?
Yeah.
Yeah. He kind of is if you, like, walk into enemies, they have contact damage. But, frankly, like, I'm not all that worried. Because, for the most part, a lot of the enemies that deal active contact damage are either A, outright trying to smack your ass, or B, are really passive by comparison.
So he's a pointy boy, but... Oh no. You fell.
Yep.
And I didn't.
Yep.
Well, at least you came back, like, really close.
Oh, yeah.
Does that mean you have to go find your shade again, or?
No, so The way death works is it has its own animation when you actually do just eat shit and die. If you just happen to fall off of an object into like a death pit or something, it takes us health points worth of damage and then just like lets you off.
Oh, so you don't just like actively stay there until you die.
Right. It is really nice to you. This is a region called Crystal Peaks, which I do not yet have a map for. Fortunately, I have been playing in Crystal Peaks recently, and I know everything. Whoop. So these platforms, by the way, when the spiky side comes up, they will kill me, or at the very least, like, send me back to the most recent solid space I was standing on, if I jump onto the sharp end. So, do not want to jump onto the sharp end. Yep. The ability to wall cling is not inherent to the knight. That is due to an item I have called Mantis Claw. Which I actually... Well, I talk about it a lot in the last stream, about how I basically, like, turbo rushed Mantis Claw because I was not dealing with not being able to hang off of a wall. And, like, I have a vague knowledge of a lot of things because I watch a lot of people play in Hollow Knight. But I am not particularly skilled in the ways of Hollow Knight. So, pretty much everything, like, far as my perception goes anyway. Like, I know I am definitely among the irregulars who are really good at the game. Or at the very least, like, I'm passable. But I watch speedrunners play this game, and I watch them, like, turbo speed through the game using all sorts of weird tricks and stuff. And I'm just like, I could never. Yeah, these ones in particular laser, but they fortunately have a little warning, like, point. Oh yeah, and I just remembered that was a thing. But I think I need Crystal Dash for that, which I don't have yet. Ah, Cornifer's nearby. Because of the pieces of paper on the ground. He always leaves a bunch of pieces of paper around whenever he's nearby.
That's convenient.
Yep. He always has, like, neat little tidbits to tell you about the world around him. Though, sometimes it's so far as, man, this place really gives me the creeps, I don't want to be here. Like, I kid you not, that is an actual dialogue line he has and will tell you if you go into Deep Nest and find him. This is gonna suck. Okay, so there's a bench here guarded by this guy. This guy is called the Crystal Guardian, and I'm not gonna fight him. Mostly because that boss fight sucks. I don't like that boss fight. But it would be like the best... Huh?
What do you do? Push him off the bench and it starts a fight?
You swing your nail at him to wake him up, and then, yeah, he just starts, like, fucking screaming. What's here that I want? There's something here that I want. This would be a lot easier if they would just let me get what I want.
Just give me the things.
Right. Fuck it. This is what I wanted. This little statue, when you hit it a whole bunch, gives you a lot of fucking soul.
Oh, nice.
Which is just lovely. Ah, I know where I am. Cool.
So how do you get the crystal thingy?
It's in a specific room that I have to go to, and I'm kind of dicking around at the moment to avoid going to that room because it's kind of a pain in the ass. Plus, I want to get as much geo as possible while I'm like en route to that. Because the more money I have, the easier everything gets. And apparently those enemies are very weak to pogoing. Whoop. Fuck. Fortunately, you have some very, very nice to you iframes. So it's not like it's a strict problem. Alright, I do not have enough soul to attempt what I want to do there, but there's a chest there that'll give me some nifty shit if I manage to get past all those crushers. Well, crushers get a little weird. So crushers act like the death spikes, in that once you get tagged by a crusher, it is like a one and done. You have to go back to the nearest like safe location and then start again. The problem is I can get my shade stuck in between the crushers, and then I do not have any way to get to my shade aside from try and lead with my face until I get past the crushers. Or like maybe I get lucky and go up to GG in Dirtmouth and I have enough rancid eggs and shit to acquire my shade through that means. Fuck. Fuck. The timing is really awkward and you kind of just have to send it. Like, trying too hard to figure out the timing is just going to lead to me second-guessing the timing. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to brute force it. And we're going to learn the timing by screaming through it at the speed of sound. But this little bug up here, like, he keeps respawning every time I enter the room. So I just, like, come back into the room and bully him for a little while every time I need some more soul. Because it's a lot faster than going back to a bench. And somehow, like, getting into a fight is less expensive for me to do than, like, trying to find my way to the bench. Well, that was stupid. There we go. Fuck.
Speedy boy. Oh, the jump there is... Oh, that's actually right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think you want to go while it's still thinking about it.
Huh, got it. Cool. So that's that part done. That's not even all of it. But now I get to unlock a little fucking, a little shortcut. Fuck.
What are all these worms you keep rescuing?
They're called grubs. Eventually I'll make my way back to their great-grandfather or whatever the fuck, and he'll pay me a lot of shit for freeing them. I have to go find some soul.
These stompers. It doesn't help that there's a moving walkway.
Yeah. Well, normally I don't have as much problem with the moving walkway. Normally the problem I have is that, like, I suck at the parts after the walkway. But apparently I'm just ass today. And we found yet another bug to come pester about I need soul. I'm not going to bother those little miners down there, though, because I might get this one. Because the miners are arguably more lethal than the big bugs with the fucking crystals all up and down their shell. Because the miners swing back.
Oh, there's another book.
Hmm? Alright, I'm at full soul, which is nice. Well, mostly full soul. Yeah, I think the big grubs are supposed to be, like, kind of threatening, but they're not, which is really nice. Like, they're like big cows. I can just go smack them when I need soul. Okay. Oh, shit. Shit. The timing is weird is the problem.
And if you're even close to the thing, it apparently kills you.
Yeah, this is why, like, the general solution is to just fucking send it and go. And, of course, all of the crushers stop after I flick this lever. Which makes the whole point, like, kind of fruitless. Or the whole thing, like, kind of pointless. That lever over there, far as I know, just unlocks that door. But in order to, like, get around to that lever, I think I have to have Crystal Dash. Which I just do not have and do not want to go grab yet. Instead, I'm going to be, like, focusing on all of the side content and shit.
Side quest.
Yep. This one is going to suck. But after this, it's really simple.
Those are fast.
Oh, yeah. It makes me wonder if I should go back to a bench and equip Dashmaster. Because Dashmaster makes the cooldowns between dashes just a little shorter. So where am I, and where do I need to go to find a bench?
I mean, you can push that book off that bench.
I could do that. That would be very funny. Go and fight him to get the bench.
Give him a bench.
Alright, I haven't gone down from the top there. Alrighty. Come here, you big bitch. I really should have jumped over that.
Can you not use the bench until you defeat him?
No, I have to kill him first. And I just died in the room with him. Shit. Well, while I'm here, actually. Fuck Wayward Compass. Who needs it? The answer is I needs it, but we'll worry about that one later.
So now you have to go fight your shade again.
Yep.
In the same room as the bad guy.
He is in the same room as the bad guy. Fortunately, the Shade is kill on sight, and the bad guy is not. Like, the Shade really does have it out for the Knight. The Shade is absolutely hands on sight. It's hilarious. Fuck. Right, I have to go this way. At least I'm pretty sure I have to go this way. I don't remember.
Yeah, you went back that way. Oh, there's another room.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to clear that, is because there's a grub there. There's a grub, and I think there's a bit of geo to be earned by doing it, but frankly, it just winds up being more of a pain in the neck than it's worth to get all of the grubs. I'm kind of impressed the Shade didn't attempt a Desolate Dive there. Ah. God, the timing on his laser is weird. And of course, I can't pogo him to deal damage. That was bullshit, and you know it, game.
You were in the middle of concentrating. That was shit.
Yeah.
Hey, he's dead.
And I know. And now I can use the bench. Yep, I'm overcharmed. Okay, where do I need to go? What do I need to do?
What does overcharmed mean?
So every time I take damage from any source, I take double damage. Or, like, where I would take 1 damage, I instead now take 2. I think it's, like, it's an additive thing, not a multiplicative thing. Oh, hey, there's the shopkeeper's key. Cool. I can give that back to Sly. Ah! I got fucking blasted by a laser. Oh, hey, Quirrell. I do love how many fucking short jokes get made at the knight's expense. I think it's really funny. Because they talk a lot about how the knight is really short. Yeah, there's a skip I can do there called fucking Shade Skip, but I would rather not do it because it's kind of a pain in the ass. And I'm dead. Reason number 1296 on why you should not be overcharming. Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's another shade for you.
Oh, shit, I can just go this way. Actually, I might not be able to, because I don't think I opened up that fucking pathway. Damn it. Yep. Yup. Damn it.
Well, I mean, you've got that big boy to harass.
I do, so I'm going to earn myself a little bit of soul. Alrighty. I know what I have to do now. I have to go up and around, but it's kind of annoying and I don't really want to.
You know what you have to do, you just don't know if you have the strength to do it.
Oh, I definitely have the strength to do it. The question is, do I want to attempt it? Do I have the strength of will to attempt it? Oh, fuck. Let's bother biggest dick is here. Poor lad. Yeah, those minor bugs aren't as bad if I have enough space to play with it, but I have to have space to play with it.
And not have to jump
Yeah. Jump around. Jump up, and get down. Copyright strike immediately.
I don't know. I think that song's old enough that it's what's the word now?
I got a copyright strike for Forza Horizon 4 music.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not public domain already?
No. No, it is not. Ooh.
That was close.
That wasn't. All that for a Wanderer's Journal. Oh well, it'll prove useful for the 200 geo it's worth.
Oh, you can sell stuff in this game?
Specifically, you can sell some of the artifacts you get your hands on. There's a very limited number of items that can be sold.
So most of it you get from murdering baddies.
Yeah, most of it you get by killing bugs. I normally use Desolate Dive for its utilitarian purposes. I don't feel like it's a very, like... I don't feel like it's a great spell, to be completely honest.
Yeah, it's got its uses, but no sense overdoing it.
Well, Fireball winds up being a lot more useful far as dealing damage goes, because usually I'm on the same plane as my enemies. You bastard.
To get you.
Yeah, you'll see it in a minute.
Damn.
It just didn't go away in time is the real problem. Huh. Ah, yes. So this here is the Crystal Heart, which I have just taken.
So I give you special powers.
You'll see in a moment. I can hold left trigger while on the ground or clinging to a wall to concentrate the force. Release the button to blast forwards and fly through the air.
So basically it's a mega fart.
Oh, it's a turbo mega fart. There was a grub up here I didn't know about. Technically speaking, I think that's everything you can do in Crystal Peaks that isn't, like, weird side content. Oh, yeah, and then there's this thing.
There's Ty.
Got it. Motherfucker.
You'll get there. I believe in you.
Or I'll die.
Kill that sweet, slow-moving bastard. 1,000,000 times.
I'm here again, back again, to murder him. I will murder him for his Healy juice. And then I'm going to murder him once more for even more Healy juice so that I don't have to come back as often. That, and every time I kill him, I get 6 Geo. If they didn't want me to kill the poor bastard over and over, why'd they make him drop 6 Geo? Oh, you son of a bitch. That's horsecock. And no, I am not immune to damage while I am super dashing, which is kind of why I'm not using it to try and bypass the crushers, because they will still get me.
Wait, so it costs you soul to use your super dash? Or...
No, I'm just not immune to damage while I use it. That, and it's got that long-ass fucking wind-up, so even using it is kind of a gamble. Because sometimes you can get away with using it, and sometimes you can't. Motherfucker. Alright. Damn right. That's how I got it on my personal save, too. I just fucking, like, brute forced it until it worked. I was just like, fuck it, you know what? If I try it hard enough for enough times, eventually, through pure, like, force of chance alone, I will win.
Right. The game will get tired of dealing with my shit and let me win.
Yeah. I don't even think it's that. I think, like, I do not have the skills to make the, like, frame perfect scoot you have to do there. But if I fucking, like, sprint through it fast enough, I'm sure that I'll get the skill. Oh, come on. If it weren't for the 1400 Geo I'm carrying, I would not, like, care about trying it one more time just to see if I can get it for the hell of it. But I'm carrying a lot of Geo that I don't want to have to get from the other side of the crushers. Because there's never any telling on where the shade is going to spawn. Like, I think there are a few select locations it will spawn within a room, depending on where you were when you died. But with the crushers, it has always spawned on the other side of the crusher from me. Which just makes retrieving it that much harder.
Too bad there isn't anywhere where you can, like, store your shit.
Well, there is a bank. I just don't want to go talk to the banker. And frankly, like, she's in Fog Canyon, and I don't want to go to Fog Canyon. Oh, come on. Don't be like that.
Jesus.
Oh, got it. Oh, you son of a bitch. They changed up the fucking timer on that bastard.
That's gotta be annoying.
Well, it's more just like, god damn it, I can't believe the game had to like resort to the cheap, I'm gonna change my timer on you just a little bit. Just to get you.
You thought you figured it out, huh? Well, guess what?
Yeah. Motherfucker. And I'm back to bother this poor bastard. You fucker. At this point, it's a grudge is why I want to get this, not even for the fucking grub.
Too bad you can't, like, bust through that wall and just come back with.
It would be hilarious if I could, but I cannot. Got it. Got it. Got it. Fucking hell. Got it. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that is the exact same response I gave, by the way, for my personal save when I got it. Is just, I got it, I got it, I got it, I got it, I got it. Fuck it. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Call this good right now.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you're watching both on YouTube and Twitch, but I have one viewer on Twitch and one on YouTube.
No, I'm only on YouTube.
Okay.
It was
So
on Twitch, but I closed it.
yeah, I've got somebody viewing on Twitch.
Nice. Well, hopefully they're a subscriber. Hello, Twitch viewer.
Yeah. I think the best part about doing those little like sections is that once you do them, they are done. You do not have to fuck with it again.
Yeah. No more dealing with the stompers. That was fancy. Oh, that was rude. Also rude. Also rude. Damn.
We do a bit of traveling. Oh yeah, this is what I wanted. Okay. And Shampoinkus. I got Deep Focus.
What does that mean?
We will see very shortly when I find my way back to a bench. Alrighty. Deep Focus says, the bearer will focus soul at a slower rate, but the healing effect will double. It also says something or other about will draw in soul from the surrounding air.
That's interesting.
So now what I want to know is, does it actually? It does not, but I'm willing to sit here and wait. So if the soul meter ever turns back to white, I know that it's actually pulling in soul from the air.
Like, do you have to do anything to activate it?
Probably not, but I don't know. Alright, it doesn't look like it's doing anything. So we're going to take it the fuck off.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, it is what it is. Alright, I am at this lower bench. I have just cleared the upper, or the lower of the two long dash rooms. So now what I'm going to do is we're going to find our way back up to where... Well, that didn't fucking work. We're going to find our way back up to wherever the fuck I want to be. God, why do I suddenly not have the capacity to do that? Okay, I just died. That did not take very long at all. Okay. Let's lose Dashmaster and turn on Wayward Compass. It lets me see my location on the map. Yep. It's a very useful little charm. I'm pretty sure I get an upgraded version... Well, that didn't fucking work. I'm pretty sure I get an upgraded version of, like, Fireball if I go and clear Crystallized Mound. But I do not remember. Fuck. Why am I ass today?
Because you're carrying my ass.
What the fuck? Yeah. The Crystal Dash is really quick. It's honestly kind of nice.
I thought that's it, Tater.
Yep, you come over here and fight me. So you'll notice, of course, the shade is fucking stuck. Though it did just send a fireball out for some reason.
That was nice of
And I got it back just to die again. Fortunately, I don't think I lost anything with that one. I think that because I was able to regain my shade, I did regain my Geo, but I'm gonna be really pissed if I didn't. And it's gonna be, huh?
How will you know? You gotta...
When I go kill the bastard again, and he drops all of the Geo or none of the Geo. Yeah, if I get like 6 Geo from my shade, I'm gonna be pissed. You fucker. Alright, we're gonna drop by the bench again. And then we'll go try again to get back to where my shade is in an Ancestral Mound. Or, I guess it's Crystallized Mound. Ancestral Mound is where you initially get the Fireball. Which, interestingly enough, you can soft lock yourself if you choose to never get Fireball. At least as far as I know, you can soft lock yourself. Because you need to use Fireball in order to kill an enemy called a Boulder that sits right outside a location, right outside the entrance to Green Path, which is where you go to get your Dash Cloak. And, like, because of the way Boulders fight, you actually just, like, cannot, fight the Boulder normally. You have to use a Fireball in order to kill him. I think maybe you might be able to pull it off with, like, a long nail, but I don't know. I have never tried it. Well, that's a bad way to start off this room. Oh, yeah. Fortunately, that guy's dead. Yep. We managed to get the shade back. Okay, cool.
Did you get your Geo back, though?
Yep.
Okay, good. What's that spiky boy?
He's a rat bastard is what he is. I don't remember what his actual, like, name is. Every enemy in the game has a name. I just do not pay that much attention.
No. At least you didn't die.
This place is awkward more than anything. I don't like it. Motherfucker.
You got that group, though. He's a happy group. It's too bad you can't follow his ass.
Fuck. Damn it. Ah! My existence is pain and suffering. Is there a bench that's nearer to that? No. I'm not normally that bad with the crystal platforms, but goddamn. Well, that didn't work. Alright. I'm packing it in. I'm going back to the bench. Fuck this. I kind of feel bad for my roommate Carter. He's like super sick. Yeah. Though he has been for a bit. I kind of feel bad. Yeah, he keeps hacking up a lung every time he's here, and I'm just like, dude, are you okay? And I think like the last time, god damn it, I think the last time I asked that question, he was like, it doesn't get any better every time you ask.
Well, that's rude of it.
And I was just like, I mean, yeah, but why are you here if you're so sick? Like, my main man, go home. Go get some rest. Don't be at school, even if, like, even if you're, like, suffering with your classes or whatever. Like, come on, man. Your health comes before your grades. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck me. God damn it. Well, I guess we're going down to the basin. Actually, no, this is the resting grounds. Yeah, this is not what I wanted to be doing.
Oh. My phone paused your Twitch stream, or your
My YouTubes.
YouTube's, because it was overheating.
Wild.
It's like, okay, but I didn't ask you to do that. Burn up and die from.
So these are the three guys that are, like, blocking me from killing off the final boss of this game. They're called the Dreamers. Oh. It gets very bright here in a moment. And technically speaking, they have cast me into a dream, is what happened there. So, like, I am temporarily banished into the dream world. Because they all, like, all of the dreamers are asleep, and their power lies solely within the world of the dreams. So they shipped me into the place between being awake and being asleep with the hope that it would, like, keep me there. And then this moth decided that I'm not staying here. And that's how I actually begin to complete the game, is by getting Dream Nail.
Nice.
Alrighty, we are gonna, like, turbo scream out of this room. Because I kind of would rather, I could do this. It doesn't take that much to do.
Oh, Mothra.
Yep.
Is he leading you somewhere?
Sort of.
Oh. Is he the thing he's leading you to?
He is also the thing he is leading me to, yes. Oh no, you have to complete it within once? Okay. So it doesn't have us retread. That's fine. Okay, now I don't remember if I have to go down there or not to clear this area. I believe I can just leave. Oh yeah, that's the tram. We want to go this way. You'll notice there's like a red bug at a grave as I fly by. I'm just not gonna bother him, because bothering him is starting a fight that I don't want to do right now because I still don't have my shade.
Oh, where's your shade?
It's still in Crystal Peaks.
Oh no.
Yeah. It's still in the crystallized mound. I just have to get back to it so I can get it.
Is that something you can do from the dream?
No, and I'm currently, like, I have exited the dream into the waking world. Here, we can get to the thing from Forgotten Crossroads. So let's see.
You have the dream nail. Is that only useful in the dream?
No, the dream nail lets me kind of look into the minds of bugs and stuff. Notably, it's only really useful for killing the dreamers, which is how you unlock the seals that are on the Hollow Knight, which is the titular guy, and like how you like win the game. There are a couple different endings depending on like if you manage to do all of the things that are like extra or whatever. But frankly, I'm not that worried about extras and stuff. Yeah, you ride on the stags when you go between stag stations. Of course, that's the last stag, so I don't really know what that tells you about the stag population. Yeah, the stagways, once upon a yesteryear, were like the biggest thing in Hollow Nest. They were how pretty much everything got moved around. To the point where when later on the king invents a tram system, everybody is really pissed about it initially because it's putting the stags out of like work. And then they use the tram and they realize it's a lot faster and a lot simpler than the stagways. But the king only builds tramways between like a certain set of areas. Actually,
Yes, the country of Chad, not to be confused with the dude Chad.
yeah.
Just nationalize all ExxonMobil assets.
Really?
We're currently taking bets with my friend about how long it's going to take for the U.S. government to liberate that country.
So what, the country?
Air quotes, liberate.
Ah. Yeah.
You guys start singing to the song to the tune of "Closer." I want to liberate you.
Yes. Yes, indeed it does. And we have found our way back to Crystallized Mound.
Yay!
Good lord.
Have you found your shade yet?
It's in Crystallized Mound.
Somewhere.
Somewhere.
Not gonna fuck with that stuff.
Whoop. Oh, come on.
Where is he? Or did you die again?
In another room, I'm pretty sure. It's fine. Getting the shade back is kind of simple once I know where I am. Fuck that guy. Fuck. Okay. Oh.
Have you heard of an app called Tappy Tunes?
I believe I have.
That's where I'm currently reading solo leveling right now.
Nice. Well, my shade is fucked, and I'm only going back to Crystallized Mound on a grudge at this point.
So you've lost all of your money?
Oh, yeah. I died again, so all of my geo is gone.
How much was it?
Like 1,800 geo.
Oh, damn.
Oh, yeah. It's fine. I can technically speaking farm it out if I really need that much more geo, but I'm honestly like at this point it's more a spite thing than anything.
You know I will not let this beat me.
Yeah. Well, and whatever's in Crystallized Mound that is clearly worth guarding it that heavily, I want it. Because my gremlin self, I cannot stop thinking about a thing that I could potentially have in a game.
Forgot I still have tea.
Yes.
Well, let's have some.
Fuck that guy.
That guy in particular.
Come on, you buzzing bastard. Yeah, there we go. See, now it's just taunting me with the musical cue of the shade. Okay. You know what? At this rate, I might as well just go, like, leave it alone. But, man,
But you can't.
no. That is fair.
Anyway, Tabby Tunes gives you a chapter every 24 hours.
Yeah.
And, unless you want to pay for them, it's 400 coins or credits or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
For like $5. Which isn't bad because it costs 300 per chapter, so that's like, a bunch of fucking chapters. If I had $5, I wouldn't be doing this one 24 hours at a time.
Yeah.
How are your earbuds doing, by the way?
Pretty good. The main problem I've noticed is like their battery life with me sucks ass because I'm wearing them all the time.
Yeah.
So they're constantly dead.
Yeah, they're supposed to have like a 4-hour battery life, but that's like constant use.
Right.
So if you leave them on all the time, there you go. I don't think I want to drink the rest of this tea. It's like the tea bag sort of gave out or something.
Yeah. I wish there was a bench closer to a crystallized mound.
Oh, so you didn't have to go through all this shit.
Yeah, because I keep dying en route to crystallized mound. Like, dude. Give me something. Throw me a bone, game. Like, this dark room in specific, like, I do not have to go through this dark room, I realize, but god damn it. It's short, quick, and easy, and I want to.
Too bad you can't use your, like, your,
Crystal Dash?
Hyper Mega Jump,
Yeah, the problem with using that in this room is there are enemies in this room, and I still take contact damage.
Yes. Oh, hi.
Oh, fuck, don't do it. Okay, the shade wandered too far from where it initially was and departed. That's what it did. Okay, I was worried it was gonna fireball me. Because the shade is a vengeful little fuck and does not care if the reason you died was because of some bullshit. He just cares that you died. Crystallized mound, here I am. Let's go, baby.
I still haven't caught up. Getting to your shade. Oh, there he is.
Alrighty. That. Okay. I wasn't aware that that was an interaction that could happen. Yeah, what the fuck? Game. Be nice to me. All of that just to get a quick bit of soul.
That's what she said.
Huh. I'm up. Firstly, before I do this... And that's the upgraded fireball, I'm pretty sure. No, it's descending dark. Hell yeah.
It's a descending
upgraded Desolate Dive. So the down spell is now stronger. But that is Crystallized Mound cleared. Huh.
Does that mean everything stops flipping over?
That just means that I'm done doing it. I'm done dealing with it, because fuck that place. You know what I could do? I could fight this guy. Hell no, I'm not challenging him yet. I want to go get the fucking bench that I know exists. And then I will fight him. Whew. Full soul meter. Alrighty, now that I've benched and gotten myself ready to go, let's go fight the Warrior Dream. I know this is gonna suck because I fought the Warrior Dream before. I also know that I can do it because I fought the Warrior Dream. A lot of his stuff is vertical attacks. Yep. Okay. Now we drop down here, do a little bit of healing, because he won't attack me while I'm down here. He's a nice gentleman. Oh, but he's entered tier 2. This is fun. Those are his nails. Yeah, he has 4 of them for some fucking reason.
Well, at present he only has 2 for those of us watching the stream.
Yeah. You'll see very quickly when he gets up to tier 2. Okay. And then his tomb just reads, "Cursed are those who turn against the king." But yeah, so he's dead. Twice, I guess. Dream Shield.
Nice. Do you get a regular shield?
No. No, and the closest you get are a couple of your charms can be a couple of your charms can give you something like shields, but not really, not much. And then she gives me a Hollow Nest seal. I don't remember what she gives me for 200, but I need to get 200 essence is now the current goal. Oh yeah, I forgot you need soul in order to use Desolate Dive. Oh, you bastard.
I mean, my parents were married when I was born, so I'm not technically a bastard.
Yeah, fucking game's pulling cheap shit against me.
Oh, like changing the fucking timing again?
Well, that, but also, like, at the moment, certain sections of floor gave way to
Oh,
spike traps.
that's bullshit.
Oh, yeah. Soul Eater. Okay. I don't know. Actually, I could probably dream nail that. Let me rest, it says. Okay, that's fine. I can do that.
Oh, I just saw a spiky foot thing happen.
Yeah.
That wasn't nice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Nat's so sweet.
Hmm?
Nat left a note on your stream.
Oh, for real? I didn't see.
Yeah, she said, "Hi, my love. I hope you're having a good time just popping in. I'll see you at 5. Love you so much."
Yeah.
Which, it's 4:30, so probably soonish.
Yeah, I figure I'm gonna get off stream at 4:45-ish.
Okay. You'll
Whoop.
be happy to know that. She's been waiting right with me.
Who's been waiting?
Emmy.
Oh.
Also, I've been trying to give CSL more time, but so far the only jobs that have opened up are out of state. I'm not happy about that
Hmm.
because I do not wish to move out of the state.
Yeah.
It's hard enough living in Akron and seeing you guys like as rarely as I manage to. Um, so I was hope there was an opening in the Warren Center, but it was for assistant managers and not assistant managers of quality.
Yeah.
It's the same pay scale, but it's
Not the same
center.
job.
Yeah, center managers deal with people
Yeah.
and people management, whereas quality deals with quality management. And quality management is what I've signed on to do, so then I prefer that.
Right.
Um, but we'll see. I'll definitely keep you guys posted what the hapses are. I'm going to apply to some of the out-of-state jobs with the intention of getting some practice at interviews, but I don't intend to take any of them, at least not yet.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what's going on with me. They're probably going to keep farming my ass out to places that need help until something opens up that I can actually accept.
Yeah.
So you'll probably see me once a month-ish or so traveling out of town for a week or two,
Hmm.
which is also not helping with the getting around to see you and Chris, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't want you guys to think I'm not interested in seeing you or hanging out. I just haven't been able to because of the stupid circumstances right now.
Yeah. I get it.
I'm hoping Chris gets it, although he seems to have quite a bit more of the time blindness than you do.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, Dad wants to hang out? Sure, let's do that."
Yeah. Love the kid, but he does not have a very good track on what is and is not happening at the moment.
No.
He hits like a truck. I mean, I kind of knew he did, but goddamn. Ugh, and I'm dead. That's fine, I can find my way back to my corpse. Yeah, the skill jump from last stream to this stream is kind of impressive.
It really is. I only saw a little bit of the last stream, but you're doing really well.
Yeah.
I started to watch it and then realized I was on a 15-minute break at work. So it's like, oh, yeah, I should get back to work.
Yeah. Whew. Yeah. I've noticed, like, not to toot my own horn too much or whatever, I've become my favorite streamer to watch.
That's always a good thing, though. Like, that means you're doing it successfully.
I suppose. I always worry that, like, I worry that I'm talking too much or not talking enough with a lot of this. There's a lot of anxiety that comes with it because I've never done this before.
I've found the ones that talk all the time, like non-fucking stop, annoy me too much and I end up going away.
Well, the issue with talking too much is at that point, like, what are you actually saying?
Right.
What matters that you say?
And does it have any goddamn content to it, or are you just saying words?
Right. Are you just trying to fill space?
And I think you've got a pretty good handle on, like, not just saying words to fill space, especially when you've got people you can chatter with.
Yeah.
While you're playing.
It is a lot easier when I have people I can chat with. And, like, I talk about me being really bad at this game, but my metric for comparison are people who do nothing but play this game.
Although I will say, listening to you play with your cousin, while mostly entertaining, I don't know, he doesn't seem to put a lot of thought into the things he says sometimes.
He never does.
Love the kid, but damn.
Yeah. Yeah, he is borderline... Goddamn. He is borderline never thinking about what he said. Which is both a blessing and a curse.
Right.
Because, like, where I feel like I've got a decent handle on when to talk versus when to not, Tim does not.
Tim just talks.
Yeah.
This big bastard's really giving you a run for your money.
Oh, yeah. It's fine, though, because me practicing on him just means that I understand how better to fight them. Because they're a rather common enemy. And relying on Fireball is probably not actually the solution to the fight.
It's too bad you can't, like, oh damn, he murdered you. It's too bad you can't do some of the attacks they have in Metroid.
Yeah. I don't know, I feel like...
Where you could, like, just spin as a ball, or, like, Sonic even. Because that spin run thing that he does is brutal to the enemies.
Yeah, it's always, I feel like I'm just barely out of his reach or outside of the, like, hitbox of his attack, and then he fucking tags me.
Oh, there's your shit again. Hello.
Yep. There again, back again. You'll notice, like, the Shade is a vicious fighter, too. Like, it does not give a fuck.
I didn't realize there were two of these big bastards.
Oh, yeah. Fortunately, on this platform, I seem to be just outside of their attacks. But I have to get to that platform in order to be immune to their attacks. And I should, like, clarify, they're not tracking me. They have a patrol route, and they patrol along that route. I just happen to be in it, so they attack me. And yeah, there's a lot of these bastards. They are rather common. The important thing for me is to analyze how he operates, because he'll guard up and then he'll like swing laterally, which is weird. And then like if I attempt to pogo him, he will just guard up and then swing up. And obviously, like, we've seen him turn on a dime in order to fucking track me. And I'm dead again.
Which means you can't get behind him.
Right. There are enemies in Green Path that are called Moss Knights. Moss Knights, their whole, like, shtick is that they are big and tall, and they carry a shield. Exactly like these guys, except they happen earlier in the game, so I'm inclined to say that these guys are more of a reskin of the Moss Knight.
An upgraded reskin.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like you could probably easily get around them, but
Yeah, I can get around them. The important thing here is not getting around them, though. It's learning how to fight them.
right, so you can,
So I can, like, replicate it later when I need to fight one of them. Because I guarantee you, if they're this hard to fight, they're gonna become a regular enemy that I have to deal with. So even if the strategy is get some range and then, like, fuck with him, that's fine. I can make that work. I just need to know that that's the plan.
yeah.
It's arguably weirder, though, because occasionally they'll do one swing, occasionally they do the two swing pattern.
And you can't really, like, predict it.
I think the only teller for the swing patterns is the distance I am from them, but even then, like, that's uncertain at best.
Did you kill your shade, or
Yeah, I've killed my shade.
something? Okay.
You can actually parry, which is kind of interesting. I am glad they do not attack up to try and swing at me through the floor, though. That is greatly appreciated. Because they definitely could, and it would be very lethal if they did. Okay. I am getting a lot better at pogoing, which is nice, but, oh boy.
But when that sword swings up, you get fucked.
Right, and he deals 2 damage on a single swing, which just takes me a while to fucking recover from. So that nifty little, like, 2-swipe maneuver is actually lethal if I stand there.
Ouch. Yeah, you definitely can't go toe-to-toe with them.
Right, I think I need to be... There we go, one of them's dead. Yeah, I definitely need to be at least a little crafty with it. Which is fine. I can do crafty. I just have to know that that is the plan. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and call the stream here so I can go get Nat. I will return later, maybe stream more.